Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tahir Mohsin. Thank you for inviting me here today to let me share my experience in running my company and what I've learned from it. I founded the IT company with my older brother Tariq in 1987 when I was 16. The early boom in British computer manufacturing in 1987 was to a large extent the result of the public appetite of PC. Our sales were growing rapidly, and by 1993, Granville Technology had a turnover of £100 million. Blackburn and nearby Burnley were two of the most ethnically polarized places in the country. I built up racially integrated business empire in the area that was large enough to attract the attention of national newspapers and politicians. Of this, I am very proud. I also built up a very diverse business with Granville Technology Group. My company spanned property firms to big selling brands of business, British personal computers, Time and Tiny computers, which together once accounted for a third of British PC sales. Yes, it's true, Granville Technology Group didn't turn out the way I hoped, but I gained a lot of experience. First of all, in 2000, the climate for computer makers was changing. Growth rates were slowing as the market was maturing. As a result, drop in sales was unavoidable, no matter our strategy. However, as a 29-year-old entrepreneur, I did not see the price deflation or changing market conditions that were on its way. I was not a professional retailer or strategist and did not realize that supermarkets would hurt the high street. But I learned from this. I learned that having a flexible business model well correlated with society changes, which allows for quick cost reduction, is essential. Second, I know the media was especially focused on the quality of our products and service, judging our increased complaints from customers. In my personal opinion, I think the problems were being exaggerated by the press. Our stance had always been one customer with a one genuine grievance is one too many. I hired enough employees per customer for customer service, and our goal was to keep every customer happy. Undoubtedly, an increasing return rate indeed reflected some of the quality of our products were not good as standard, and we could have tightened our quality control. On the other side, I think the growing complexity of the machines and the limited technical knowledge of most buyers at that time was the reason why people couldn't get used to the new technology and thus turned into complaints. The quality we sold was the same as the other shops. They all came from same manufacturers. It was just most of the people that at that time didn't know how to use them. However, we could have spent more time to educate customers in our customer service department. That will be the thing I would change if I go back in time. I've learned that customer relations is the key, and good business should put customers in top spot. This will be one of the key changes for my new business model, which I will talk about later. Third, in terms of our business model, the fact that Tiny Computers, the biggest British PC maker by the time was in administration, was caused by a combination of overexpansion and worsening market conditions. However, it did not put us off. I began to recover the losses by acquiring foreign subsidiaries and diversifying into making plasma screens, which unlike PCs could still be sold with higher profit margin. The launch of new product was exceptionally successful, although not enough to cover up our losses. Finally, about our employees. There were a lot of news saying that our employees were told absolutely nothing when the computer was breaking apart, and our employees' morale was very low. It is unavoidable for employees' morale to be low when company is not doing good. But I still took some action to try to turn that around. But obviously the news didn't report this bit. But I will focus more on employees in my next business, as there is one of the most important assets of a company. Revenue and employees' morale are positively related. Another lesson I have learned. I would like to highlight that I am willing to accept responsibilities for the Granville meltdown. I was the CEO and I hired the management team. However, I had done everything I could have possibly done to save the company and learned an important lesson. To me, this has been an extremely valuable experience and reflects in all projects I've been involved in since. Yes, I regard Granville as a disappointing part of my business life, but I've learned a lot and intend to draw on my experience and continue to be in business for many years to come. Looking forward, I'm currently developing a new business in the UK, back in the region where Granville used to be, Burnley. But I will hand over to my consulting teams to discuss this further plans with you. Thanks for having me here. Hope you enjoy my sharing and wish all very success in the